Imagine standing in the middle of a vast desert where nothing grows, the wind never stops, and every year more land disappears under waves of sand. Now imagine being told that the solution to this problem isn't a billion-dollar machine, a miracle chemical, or some futuristic technology, but millions of rabbits. It sounds ridiculous, almost like a joke. But this strange idea didn't just work. It helped turn one of China's most dangerous deserts into green land, created thousands of jobs, lifted entire communities out of poverty, and became a model the world is now studying. To understand why this worked, and why the same animal caused disaster in Australia, we need to go back to the beginning. When rabbits become a nightmare. Rabbits are small, cute, and seem harmless. But history shows they can be incredibly destructive. Australia is the perfect example. Today, around 22.7 million people live in Australia. But the country is also home to nearly 200 million rabbits, almost 10 times more rabbits than humans. These animals eat crops, destroy grasslands, cause soil erosion, and push native species toward extinction. The Australian government officially classifies rabbits as a destructive pest. Over the years, they have tried everything: fences, poisons, hunting, even biological viruses, to control them. And yet, the problem never fully goes away. So how could the same animal become a hero somewhere else? China's growing desert problem. Thousands of kilometers away from Australia lies the Kubuki Desert in northern China. Desertification is one of the most dangerous environmental processes on Earth. It happens when fertile land slowly turns into dry, lifeless sand due to wind erosion, climate conditions, and human activity. At its worst point, the Kubuki Desert was expanding by nearly 500,000 acres every year. Farms disappeared. Villages were buried. Sandstorms reached major cities, disrupting daily life and threatening public health. For decades, China tried to stop it. In the 1950s and 1960s, the government built sand control stations, planted trees, and launched large-scale projects. But the desert kept growing. Wind erased years of work in months. Trees died. Water evaporated. It seemed unstoppable. The man who refused to give up. Then came Wang Wanbiao, a local entrepreneur who refused to accept defeat. Unlike government projects, Wang invested his own money into an idea most people thought was insane. He believed deserts could be controlled, not by fighting nature, but by working with it. His strategy was simple but unconventional. He laid dry shrubs across large areas of sand in square grid patterns. These shrubs reduced wind speed at ground level and trapped moisture. Between these grids, he planted willow trees. Willows were not chosen by accident. Why willow trees matter? Willow trees are incredibly resilient. Their roots can grow up to 300 feet deep, allowing them to reach underground moisture even in extreme conditions. They can survive with very little water, making them ideal for desert environments. Even better, willow wood is valuable. It's used in paper manufacturing, furniture production, and construction, but only if the trees grow thick, straight trunks. At first, people laughed at Wang. Planting trees in a desert sounded like throwing money into the sand. But slowly, something unexpected happened. The shrubs reduced wind erosion. Moisture stayed in the soil longer. The willows survived. For 3 years, the project showed promise. Then a new problem appeared. The maintenance problem no one expected. To produce high-quality wood, willow trees need regular trimming. New side branches must be removed early so the main trunk can grow thicker and stronger. In normal farmland, workers handle this easily. In the middle of a desert, this was a nightmare. Manual trimming was expensive, exhausting, and nearly impossible to scale. Without a solution, the entire project was at risk of failing. That's when Wang came up with an idea so strange that it sounded like a fairy tale. He introduced rabbits into the desert. Why Rex rabbits changed everything. Not just any rabbits, but Rex rabbits. Rex rabbits are a special breed famous for their extremely soft fur, often compared to otter fur. Their fur is highly valuable and used in premium clothing. But fur wasn't the main reason they were chosen. Rex rabbits have one habit that made them perfect for this environment. They love eating young willow shoots. As the rabbits fed on the new branches, they naturally performed the trimming that humans couldn't manage. The trees responded by growing thicker trunks, exactly what the paper and furniture industries wanted. The rabbits got food. The trees grew better. The project survived. But the impact didn't stop there. How rabbits rebuilt the soil as willow roots spread deep underground, they began stabilizing the sand. Strong winds could no longer lift massive amounts of dust. Moisture stayed trapped beneath the surface instead of evaporating. Then came another surprise. Rabbit waste turned out to be an excellent organic fertilizer. In China's zero-waste system, this fertilizer became a valuable resource instead of a problem. Rabbits also reproduce quickly. A single female Rex rabbit can produce up to 50 babies per year. As their population grew, so did the amount of natural fertilizer. The soil slowly became richer. Before long, grass began to grow. The seed-spreading miracle. Rex rabbits have another remarkable trait. They can digest grass, but not grass seeds. The seeds pass through their digestive system intact and are released back into the soil, naturally spreading vegetation across the land. Without machines, without chemicals, without massive costs, rabbits trimmed trees, fertilized the soil, spread seeds, and supported industries, all at the same time. The desert started turning green. From experiment to nationwide model. Encouraged by success, Wang expanded the project. He rented 100 bulldozers, flattened dunes, filled pits, and leveled the land. More willow trees were planted. With government support, millions of Rex rabbits were introduced and distributed among local families. Each household became a small farming unit. The project continued for over 10 years, completely transforming the region. The Kubuki Desert spans 18,600 square kilometers. According to United Nations reports, 33%, around 6,250 square kilometers, has now turned green after more than 30 years of effort. What was once called the Sea of Death is now an ecological miracle. Lives changed along with the land. This wasn't just an environmental victory, it was a human one. The Chinese government invested 3 billion yuan, roughly $400 million, to build villages and create jobs. Over 2,000 farms now operate in the region, selling 3 million Rex rabbits every year. The average farmer earns around $9,600 annually, a life-changing income in rural areas. People who once fled the desert are now returning. More than 10,000 lives have been directly transformed. By 2017, journalists reported that the environment had improved tenfold, with trees, grass, animals, and people thriving together. Why rabbits work in China but fail in Australia? So why did rabbits destroy Australia but save China's desert? The answer is control. In Australia, rabbits live freely with no natural predators and no management system. They multiply endlessly and destroy ecosystems. In China, rabbits are part of a controlled, closed-loop system. Their population is managed. Their behavior is used intentionally. Every part of the process benefits both nature and people. Same animal. Completely different outcome. The solar power twist. The story doesn't end there. Kubuki is now home to the Juanma Solar Power Plant, one of the largest solar installations in the world. It covers 6,000 acres and contains nearly 5 million solar panels, forming the shape of a galloping horse, a Guinness World Record. By 2022, it had generated 2.3 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity, saving 7,600 tons of coal and reducing 1.8 million tons of CO2 emissions. But once again, rabbits played a role. The panels reduce evaporation by blocking direct sunlight. Grass grows underneath. Rex rabbits graze, fertilize the soil, and spread seeds. Wind speed drops by 50%, allowing the land to heal naturally. Today, rabbits, sheep, goats, ducks, forests, farms, and solar panels coexist in harmony. A lesson for the world. With 50% of the world's land already affected by deserts and 40% at risk of desertification, researchers across Europe and the US are now studying the Kubuki model. The lesson is simple but powerful. Nature doesn't need to be conquered. It needs to be understood. When humans work with natural systems instead of against them, even the harshest deserts can bloom. All it took was a small rabbit and a big idea. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments. We'll see you in the next amazing video.